Prince Andrew overruled aides to be interviewed over his relationship with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, despite being warned it was a bad idea. The Duke of York has broken his silence on the Jeffrey Epstein allegations in an interview with BBC Newsnight's Emily Maitlis. In the exclusive interview, he answered questions about his relationship with Mr. Epstein. He claimed he had let the side down by staying friends with the disgraced American financier and convicted sex offender. He also refuted claims of having had sex with Virginia Roberts Giuffre, then Virginia Roberts, while she was a minor. Royal sources told The Telegraph the interview was conducted against advice by royal aides, who said the move was a bad idea. They claimed the Duke overruled his aides because in the hope it might draw the line under the scandal before his 60th birthday next year. The interview was conducted earlier this week at Buckingham Palace with the approval of the Queen, and will be aired in full tonight. A preview clip shows host Emily Maitlis asking the Duke, one of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001, she says she dined with you, danced with you at Tramp nightclub in London. She went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell, your friend. Your response? Prince Andrew said he could not remember meeting Mrs. Roberts Giuffre, saying, I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady, none whatsoever. In a second preview clip, Prince Andrew admits his regret about meeting with Epstein following his conviction. The Duke of York was photographed with Epstein in New York in 2011. This was after Epstein had been sentenced to 18 months in jail in Florida after admitting a charge of procuring for prostitution a girl below age 18. Until now, Prince Andrew, who has strongly denied claims that he had sex with Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre, née Roberts, when she was 17, had only released prepared statements through Buckingham Palace's press office. Mrs. Giuffre's allegations about the Duke were struck from the U.S. court record in 2015 after a judge branded them immaterial and impertinent. Buckingham Palace said previously, any suggestion of impropriety with underage minors is categorically untrue. It added, it is emphatically denied that the Duke of York had any form of sexual contact with Virginia Roberts. Any claim to the contrary is false and without foundation. 1a. U.S. Federal Appeals Court has warned that allegations in court papers should not be understood as firm findings or as some sort of marker of reliability because New York law grants absolute immunity from liability for defamation. When the fact he met Epstein following his conviction is brought up, Prince Andrew says, the problem was the fact that once he had been convicted. Ms. Maitlis says, you stayed with him. Prince Andrew responds by saying he felt he let the side down. He says, I stayed with him in that's the bit that, as it were, I kick myself for on a daily basis because it was not something that was becoming of a member of the royal family and we try and uphold the highest standards and practices and I let the side down, simple as that. The interview marks the first time the Duke has discussed his connection to Mr. Epstein after years of speculation about their friendship. A royal expert warned the Duke of York's interview will come back to haunt him. Speaking to Sky News, Claudia Joseph said, I think that might come back to haunt him slightly. It didn't seem like, I'm terribly sorry, I've let myself down, I've let the nation down. It was sort of, I've let the side down. I thought that was a bit trivializing and perhaps not taking it as seriously as he might have done.